So before I ask my question, I have like I have to say a big thank you to Anvita because I can see why she is a leader today and why she is at this position, because I can see and I can feel the way she is sharing her journey and how she has managed and balanced everything. Because like I feel she is where today she is because of who she is. Like, I mean, I would say, like, she has all the qualities to be a leader, and like I'm so glad that I am a part of this. Like,
Then
I'm just
thank
kind
me.
of enjoying.
Thank me. I introduced you.
Of
Anvita, right?
course, yes. I feel like next time when I have something related to this topic, I may have to bother Anvita.
You're
I hope she
most
doesn't
welcome.
mind.
Absolutely not.
Yes, so the question I want to ask is like, as we discussed that woman is now getting into the leadership role and now they are getting that recognition that was required long back. So I am pretty sure that you must have dealt with a lot of politics around and getting out of it and being where you are today. So how like did you deal with the office politics, the corporate politics?
It's always. And I don't think it's a function of, a culture here. I think anywhere in the world, wherever you go, you'll
Yes.
you'll find certain things which are just nuances in a workplace that you have to deal with. Sometimes it's more targeted towards women, or some other, group of individuals. And I think um I learned this, through different experiences as well as to how to deal with situations like this. I think there was a good number of years where, I would see something and I would know that this is, I don't like it, or it is not just the right kind of environment to be in. And put it aside, like almost ignore it and say, okay, I'm just going to keep working, eventually, the work will speak for itself. But I soon realized that the more you do that, it doesn't help you in the long run, because whatever you're seeing as a issue or as a concern, unless you voice it, the other people would not know what to change. And sometimes you need to voice it. And so I had a coach, something that EY provides as an executive coach for professionals as they're growing in their careers. And I had a coach, and I shared one experience maybe with her about, there was maybe a partner at that time or somebody at that time who um, was constantly using the word that didn't resonate with me, as to, oh, I don't see you here, why are, you know, you need to be here more, or, the work is lagging. And I would like, no, that's absolutely, one, it's incorrect. And two, the way you're talking to me, it's just not like, you're almost taking me for granted that, work is getting done. And so I asked her about like the coach as to, how do you deal with this? Like, because, at some point, I mean, I can ignore and move on, but I don't think that's the right way, because it's only hurting me. It's not, the other person doesn't even have a clue of, what it's doing to, and maybe, he's doing it with other women or other people in, within the team also. So, and she said what I really, really treasured at the time is that, hey, just have a conversation with the person and say that, you know, you've said things which I cannot appreciate. Like, it's first, it's not true to your style, doesn't work for me. And she said, just say it. So I had to, like, this was something outside of my comfort zone at that time, because I'm like, I'm not used to like having a conversation like this. But I did that. I did that very intentionally. I, set up a lunch meeting. I talked to him about, just how am I doing, what kind of things I'm liking. And then I brought the topic up of like, hey, now that, we've had a few conversations like this where, you've shared what's on your mind. And frankly speaking, it just didn't work on. Like, I cannot thrive if somebody around me is thinking about me like that or saying things to me like that. And I could just see on the person's face that that was a realization for him, that for him he was not meaning anything intentionally, but it
Mm.
cleared the air, and I could see that, you know, the at least he was conscious from that point onwards. Yeah, people don't change, you know. Some people are just like that. So some of it is like, okay, I have told you what I don't like, so you take it or leave it. But the other person, gets them a little bit more conscious the next time. So there are always those things, Mimantsa. But I would say, unless you voice it, you should not expect any change.
Right, right.
So I think we internalize a lot of it. We take it upon ourselves, a lot of it. And I think it's very tough to do that. It's getting out of your comfort zone to tell somebody, hey, I don't like what you did.
Exactly.
But I've done that, and it has, worked to a point where, okay, you're at least 10% more conscious of it. And, I'm okay to like not pay too much attention to it. So it has, worked. But again, there's plenty of stories. Like, we can have a different podcast on just exactly dealing with that. But I come back to, when you're in that situation, look for the sources that can guide you. And that coach was there at that time. It was just perfect timing. But on all other situations, I've had situations where the clients are like just not talking to you the proper way, or just some opportunities are given to certain select people. And I just find my circle of like mentors, and I get their advice on how to deal with this, and I get gems out of it. So it's constantly practicing at it. But at the end of the day, just stick to who you are, stay authentic, because that's what people need to see.
Yeah, so I feel like the key takeaway from all of this is you need to have the right person around you, like right people around you.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it doesn't have to be a woman. It doesn't have to be an Indian. Like it can
yeah,
be anyone.
any,
One thing I've learned is people love being mentors. They love the moment you say, "Can you be my mentor?" They would take it as their personal. Like, okay, I'm gonna do everything in my capacity to get you to a successful place.
yeah.
It's eye-opening for me. Like how much people love mentoring. I don't think we ask.
So I think we need to have that open mind just to learn. Then people are ready to mentor. Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
And I have one more thing. Like, what does your kids feel about you being a leader at your work? And I'm pretty sure you are leader for them at home as well. Like, there's no doubt because
Question
kids.
is totally different. Kids have no appreciation just yet. I hope one day when they're in at a workplace, and they see like what people do and what they have to do to manage everything, that they would probably come back and say, okay, now we see like why we were
Yes.
you were traveling, or now we see why you were spending too many hours. I think it's slowly maybe coming to my daughter, who's getting a little bit in that age where she's observing a lot and connecting the whys much more clearly. But oh no, we're not there yet in terms of appreciation. I think it will come only when they themselves are in that
Right.
position to really relate it back to why things were a certain way, and and why not. But that's my hope that they appreciate one day.
No, they will, because I feel even we appreciated our mom when we got married and when we started sailing in
Exactly
their
like that. Yes.
they will too.
Well,
Right.
a tale of moms. जब तुम हमारे स्टेज पे होगे ना तब पता चलेगा.
Yes.
Universal truth. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and this topic, Anvita, I mean, I can talk to you like whole day long, I'm sure, and I'm sure Mimansa shares the same sentiment with me. But I know you have your own stuff to do, and not keeping you for long. But I would still thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. And I'm sure there are so many women who, like, I always learn from you. There are so many women who will, when hearing this podcast or viewing you, will learn from you and take some advices from you as well. So thank you so much. And as I always tell everyone, this is not the end. We will be reaching out to you for many more.
Yes.
Some funny topics, some light topics, some serious topics. But yes, we will be doing a lot more. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.